Hello, welcome to easyodds.com. My name is Ross Casey. I'm here with the horse racing extraordinaire, that is Jake Johns. We're here to talk about the Irish Gold Cup at Leopardstown this weekend, this Saturday. Grade 1 chase, 3 miler, big race. Jake's going to give us his big tip for that one, but before we go into that, let's look back at last week's video where Jake was unhappy with his selection, and so was his trainer.
I'm just going to apologise. I have to apologise.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't hurt me. Sorry.
That performance and that tip. I said he was value at 7 to 4. Absolutely shocking. Jumped awfully the whole way round. Somehow got back into it and then just found nothing. Sandowns is a tough jumping test, so that was going to be a big thing for him, and he just didn't pass it at all. He's not going to Cheltenham anymore. Very, very disappointing considering what we saw in Newbury at the start of the season. Paul Nicholls is looking thin on the ground for horses that he can bring to Cheltenham.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, that's just happens sometimes. Very annoying, but oh well. In terms of other news from this week, obviously Faugheen and Min are out of Cheltenham, which is massive news. So now no Faugheen or Annie Power in the Champion Hurdle, which is kind of what I thought was going to happen. Well, not what I thought, but kind of predicted. Tipping up Moon Racer for the Champion Hurdle, but apparently he's not going there either anymore. He's going for the Supreme, but I don't know really. I think probably they should go for the Champion Hurdle with him, considering he's an 8-year-old. I don't know. But the Pipe stable aren't going great at the moment, and obviously he's much shorter price for the Supreme, so that's his more likely target. But you can still get 33 to 1. So I don't know. Maybe they might change their mind. Yeah, but this weekend is the Irish. There's a lot of good racing actually. There's loads of Grade 1s in Ireland. There's the Betfair Hurdle at Newbury. A couple of good races, but
plenty of those tips will be on site for the weekend from Jake as well. So it's not just the Irish Gold Cup that he's covering.
Yeah.
If you check the site and our social channels, there'll be plenty of tips for this weekend. But now, let's head into the market for the Irish Gold Cup.
Okay, yeah. So Irish Gold Cup won last year by Carlingford Lock. This year it looks like an absolute cracking race. I don't know how many of them are going to stay in the race, but at the moment, there's so many horses in there that are kind of the horses that I really like. Valsalido looked like he was going to win last year. Controversially, Ruby Walsh on board fell at the last, and yeah, Carlingford Lock took advantage, staying on from the back like he normally does. Crazy, absolutely miles back when he won that time. But he's back for another pop this year, but is he too old at 11? I don't know, maybe not. I really rate Empire of Dirt for Gordon Elliott. Transformed horse in his last 3 starts, jumping improved beyond belief, bolted up at the plate at the festival last season, showing that he goes on good ground. Also showed me that he stayed 3 miles, which was a little bit worried about in the Troy Town last time. Jumped impeccably again. His jumping was really bad in the past, and now it's fantastic. He would have enormous chance in this. But Gordon Elliott has been saying all season, he didn't run him in the Lexus, I thought, because he wanted to keep his national mark down.
Okay.
He's saying the national was his target, and if he goes here and then wins this, or even runs well, you know that the British handicapper is going to absolutely hammer him. It's basically going to be almost impossible for him to go. Well, it won't be impossible, but it'll be tough for him to go in the Grand National. He's an absolute freak, and he's got a good all-right mark at the moment for that race. I thought that the plan was to just have one run over hurdles and then straight to the National, something like that. But if he does go here, huge chance, huge chance. But it wouldn't surprise me if it's a late withdrawal. We know that's been a problem with these tips recently. So the one I like is Minella Rocco, my 40 to 1 tip for the Cheltenham Gold Cup in March. Ran a cracker on seasonal reappearance at Cheltenham in a handicap, coming from absolutely miles back when John Joe O'Neill was just shot in shocking form. Nothing was running to form at all from his yard, much like last season and quite a lot of this season as well. Next time up, he, in all honesty, probably would have lost, but he was off the bridle for a while. He stays really well, and he was slowly getting there. But he fell at the last, looked possibly quite tired. He probably would have been beaten anyway, but the horse that won that race was Many Clouds, the magnificent Many Clouds, who obviously franked the form incredibly when he beat Thistlecrack. So that was a decent run. I also think this horse is much better in the spring. Last season he showed that, obviously when he won the 4 miler at Cheltenham. The drying ground won't be a worry, obviously because he's won races at Cheltenham, he's won the National Hunt Chase, and obviously the form of that race is working out fantastically, probably better than any novice chase at the festival last season, with Native River in second and a couple of others. The yard, again, they're not going fantastically, but they've had a winner recently, and they've had a couple of hard luck stories, a couple of fallers when they're going well, quite a few places, so they're not going too badly. Not going fantastically in any way, but they are not going that badly. My main concern would be his shuddering fall last time when he at Aintree. That was a really, really bad fall. Could have left his mark. It's obviously a possibility. We'll find out on Sunday if it has. Yeah, but I really, really like him. He's 9-2 at the moment. Dom Poli is the favourite for this. Big improvement last time in the Lexus where he looked like he was going to win. Massive, massive improvement from his first run for Gordon Elliott. Yeah, he's definitely got a chance. But in terms of potential, I think Manila Rocco is the one here. The other one I actually like is the other JP McManus horse. It's not one I'm going to tip because he's 6-1 at the moment and he's 11-year-old. I talked about him earlier. Carlingford Lock. Really, really quirky, getting on a bit, but on his day he can beat anything. He's very, very, very talented, as he showed at Punchestown last year when he beat the likes of Jackadam, Q Card, lots of big names in that race. But if you are going to have a bet on him, I did this last. Do you remember when I backed him in running at Punchestown at about 25s, I think, possibly a little bit bigger, in fact. He will look beaten. He will be trailing at the back, but do not give up. Watch that price on Betfair go up, and when it hits 16 or anything over 16, if you think it's going to go a bit bigger, I will go for that because I'll maybe make sure to see that he's not tailed off. But if he's just within touch, wait until it goes above 16 and have a go on that because that is a really, really decent way of. That's just the way he runs, and yeah. I think he's almost guaranteed to go off bigger in running if he's going to win.
I saw it with my own eyes, and it did happen. And Jake was far, far richer than I.
I think I won a multiple earlier that day as well. I was bloody happy as hell. But yeah, that's not my tip, but that's just a little pointer. If you want to go for Cardiff for Lock, wait until back him in running instead. The one I like is Manila Rocco at 9-2 for John Joe O'Neill. Hopefully he runs really well because I've tipped him at 40-1 for the Gold Cup. If he wins this, he's going to be under 10-1, I'd say.
Wow.
So I've already beaten the bookies. I've beaten the bloody odds anyway, so that's something.
Well done again to our man Jake Johns there. That's a 92 tip in the Irish Gold Cup. And without any further ado, let's go into a few plugs. This video is sponsored by Genting, who have a really good offer for the Cheltenham Festival on. If you place a bet on the Cheltenham Festival at £25, you will receive 10 free spins for each day of the festival. So that's 40 free spins during the festival. So that's plenty more ways of making money, and you've already had it paid for. So that's absolutely brilliant from Genting. We'll put a link up above Jake's head somewhere for that offer. And also, we do have our Cheltenham Festival app out now, and it's also a centre-on mobile version as well. So if you don't want to get the app and you just want to use it on mobile, then we have that for you also. But we do recommend that you get the app because the app is really, really fast. It's probably our fastest current product out there. So we recommend using the Cheltenham app for the latest odds, latest tips from that man Jake Johns, the latest free bets and offers, and each and every one of the videos that we do for the Cheltenham Festival. So if you like Jake's videos, then that's the app for you. So it's recommended to download, and we'll put a little link up above somewhere and also in the description below. So thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and also comment on this video on Jake's tip. So thanks very much for watching. We're easyodds.com. My name is Ross Casey, and this is Jake Johns.